Welcome to another Sudoku Tips Video 73, WXYZ-Wings the 4 Unknown Challenge. Look at line A. The 4 cells, A1, A2, A3 and A4, in yellow contain 4 candidates, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is very easy to see that none of the cells in pink can contain these 4 candidates. This is an excluded quad. 4 candidates disputing 4 cells. I don't know the order of the first 4 cells, but in the other 5 remaining cells of line A in blue will contain the solutions 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Let's assume they are in that order. Candidates present in the 4 yellow cells need not be in all 4 cells. They could be grouped 2 by 2, like here, and we'd still have an excluding quad. 4 candidates for 4 cells. The arrangement order can also be different. The important thing is that they are within a unit, in this case, within line A. Now I have 4 candidates disputing 4 cells. 1, 2, 3 and 4 for cells A1, A4, A5 and B3. Now they are no longer within one unit. This time they are occupying line A, lilac, and block 1, green. So they occupy 2 units, line A, lilac, block 1, green. Is there any way to take advantage of this pattern to help solve a Sudoku puzzle? Surely one of these cells will be 1, the other will be 2, the other cell will be 3, and the last cell of this pattern will contain 4. At first we thought that there would have to be at least one cell with the 4 candidates as in the example on the side. This cell should be the pivot of the broken excluding quad. In English bent quad, bent quad. The pivot cell would be where line A meets block 1. Pivot, orange, would have the 4 candidates, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the 3 wings, wing W, wing X, wing Y, in yellow. Candidate Z being part of pivot and also partnered with W, X and Y. Here comes a very important concept: restricted candidate and non-restricted candidate. Restricted refers to a single unit, within a row, a column or a block. See candidate 1. By default it is restricted to block 1. This only appears in A1 and B3. It is restricted to block 1. See candidate 2. It is restricted to line A. Present only in line A. 2 is restricted to line A. Candidate 3, it only appears twice on line A. It is restricted to line A. Finally, let's look at candidate 4. It is present in both line A and block 1. So candidate 4 is a candidate non-restricted. I know there will be a candidate 4 in the orange cell or one of the 3 yellow cells in the WXYZ wing pattern. Thus, there cannot be a 4 in the pink cells. Then the 4 of the pink cells could see one of the 4 of the pattern, which of course there will be one of the 4 black. Here candidate 4, who is in the blue cell, cannot see that 4 of B3. So we cannot delete any 4 that is in the blue cell. None of the 4 cells in green can be deleted, for they cannot see the orange 4. Now look at the cells in lilac. Any 4 in lilac cannot see cells A4 or A6. Therefore, they cannot be deleted. In short, the unrestricted candidate can be excluded from cells that can see all other cells in the pattern that contain the unrestricted candidate. Let's see this practical example. Here we are stuck at a crossroads in this diabolical Sudoku puzzle. I have already highlighted 4 cells in yellow, F6, G6, H4 and J4, containing 4 candidates, 1, 2, 7 and 9, occupying 2 units. Column 6, lilac, and block 8, green. This is the default WXYZ-Wing, 4 candidates for 4 cells in 2 units. Pivot is the fold cell, intersection of column 6, lilac, with block 8, green. Highlighted in orange. The original concept that we should have pivot with the 4 candidates has already fallen apart. The important thing is to have 4 candidates disputing 4 cells in 2 units. And have a candidate non-restricted. Here the 2 present in column 6 and in block 8. It's 3 restricted candidates, 1 only in column 6, 7 only in block 8, 9 only in block 8. Remove who? Remove the Z, non-restricted candidate. Here the 2 present in column 6 and block 8. Which cells can I remove the Z, 2, from? Of the cells that can see all the pattern cells that contain the Z, these 3 pink cells all contain a 2 that can see all the Z's that make up the WXYZ wing pattern. But attention! The 2 in the lilac cells cannot see the 2 in F6, so these cannot be removed. Let's emphasize, in this case there were only 2 candidates in the pivot cell. Let's go to the challenges. Find 4 candidates competing in 4 cells in 2 units. This is the work of the 4 cells in yellow contain only 4 candidates, 1, 2, 7 and 9. They occupy column 6 and block 8. This characterizes the WXYZ wing standard. You know how to spot pivot. Pivot is the fold cell of the intersection of the units that form the WXYZ wing. Next step is to identify the unrestricted candidate. Who is he? In our example it is 7. Because it is present both in column 6 and in block 8, the Z is candidate 7. So I know I'm going to eliminate the 7. Where should I delete the 7 from? Delete the 7 from the cells that all 7s in the pattern can see. So the next step is to identify all the Z's in the pattern. Here's all the Z's. Delete the Z7 from the target cells that can be seen by all these 7. Cells in pink can be seen by all 7s in the pattern, so they cannot contain another 7. There will be a 7 here, or there will be a 7 over there. That's why there can't be another 7 here or there. Challenge 2. Where is our WXYZ wing? There are 4 candidates disputing 4 cells occupying 2 units. Then pause the video and search for a few minutes. You won't detect it in a single second. Take the necessary time. There's our pattern. If you managed to locate it before I highlighted it, congratulations. The pleasure of finding the pattern is rewarding. If you didn't make it this time, don't be discouraged. Just spend more time on the next challenge. We have 4 cells, A7, A8, B7 and J8. And 4 candidates, 1, 3, 4 and 5. Next step is to locate the pivot, the fold cell. What are the units involved in this pattern? Block 3 and column 8. Where is the intersection of these 2 units? Pivot highlighted in orange. Next step will be to find out who the Z is. Z is the unrestricted candidate. 5 restricted to block 3. 4 restricted to block 3. 3 restricted to column 8. And the 1 present both in block 3 and in column 8. So candidate unrestricted is the 1. Let's eliminate the 1 from where? From the target cell. Where is the target cell located? It's a cell with the 1. And that can be seen by all the Z of the WXYZ pattern. In this example, only the pink cell satisfies this condition. Challenge 3. Now faster. But use the pause to suit your speed. Where are the 4 candidates for 4 cells? Pivot in orange. Who is the unrestricted candidate? Did you see it's 3? It is in both line B and block 3. Identify the target cell. The 3 in the pink cell can be seen by all the other 3s in the WXYZ pattern. It will be deleted. Challenge 4. Where is the WXYZ standard? Identify the fold cell. What is the unrestricted candidate? Great, you see that the Z is the 1 and that it is not restricted to block 2 or line C. All that remains is to find out where it will be eliminated from. We look for a cell with candidate 1 that can see all the Z's in the WXYZ pattern. There's the target cell. Exclude the non-restricted candidate from it, as this cell can see all the other Z's in the pattern. Challenge 5. Locate the WXYZ-Wing pattern. 4 candidates for 4 cells in 2 units. Pause the video and get your head to think logically. Until you locate the 4 candidates occupying 4 cells in 2 different units, don't move on. The riddle is to be overcome. Pause the video. Restart it from the beginning if your difficulties were too great. If you're feeling grounded in learning, go ahead and be confident in your putter. Standout pattern. 4 candidates. 1, 5, 6 and 9 4 cells compete. A5, C6, E5 and F5. Occupying blocks 2 and column 5. Pivot cell in orange, only with 2 candidates, but it doesn't matter. Are there 4 candidates for 4 cells? Now that's the important thing. Who is the Z? Z is the unrestricted candidate. In our example, 5 is present both in block 2 and in column 5. Delete the 5 from which cells? In this example, I can delete the Z5 from the pink squares, as the 5 they contain can be seen by all the other 5s in the pattern. Challenge 7. Standard WXYZ-Wing. 4 candidates 4 cells in 2 units. Can you identify? Remembering that from this point on you have the obligation to detect the pattern without my help. Highlighted pattern. A5, D4, D5 and F4. Candidates 2, 6, 7 and 9. Block 5 and column 5. Where's the Z? Unrestricted candidate. 2 restricted to block 5. 6 restricted to column 5. 7 restricted to block 5. 9 unrestricted. It is in column 5 and also in block 5. Let's remove the 9 from the target cell. Target cell is the pink cell. Challenge 7. Locate the WXYZ pattern. It saw? Excellent. Find the fold cell? Excellent. Now the non-restricted candidate? Unrestricted is 8, both line and block. Locate the target cell, where I'll remove the Z. This is the only cell that can see all 8s in all 4 of its possibilities within the pattern. I know that an 8 will exist in the pattern, so the pink 8 will be excluded. Challenge 8. Locate the WXYZ-Wing pattern. 4 candidate for 4 cells in 2 units. 2, 3, 8 and 9A7, B9, C9 and D7. Block 3 and column 7. 8 is the unrestricted candidate in block 3 and column 7. A7 is the fold cell, the pivot. And D9 is the target cell. Delete the 8 from this cell. Challenge 10. Our last challenge. 4 candidates per 4 cells. 1, 3, 8 and 9 wanting to occupy cells B6, D6, E5 and F5. Pivot in orange. Non-restricted candidate is the 3 that is present in both block 5 and column 6. Find the fold cell. Target cell is the pink cell. The Z in the pink cell, 3, can be seen by all the Z's in the pattern. Not holding any more 3s in this cell. Thank you for watching the video until the end. If you are enjoying the content and want Sudoku to be more widespread in Brazil, like, subscribe, make a comment that all this will boost the dissemination of Sudoku on YouTube.